Well, we all know money doesn't buy what it used to, but a common question we get asked in our firm is, how long does $1 million last in retirement? Well, Go Banking Rates looked at all kinds of government data like housing, grocery, healthcare, transportation, essentially expenses. And according to their new data, 1 million is going to last you on average across America about 18.9 years. However, depending on what state or area you live in, that can certainly vary.
Yeah, so where will your $1 million last the longest? Well, what we found out in our research is that Mississippi actually comes out on top. Combined cost of food, utilities, housing, healthcare, and other essentials is only $44,000 a year. So actually there, $1 million would last for 23 years. So that's pretty good. We're based in Tennessee, so it was interesting for us to look at Tennessee and see how long $1 million would last in retirement for Tennessee. And what we found out is that it's a little less time than Mississippi, 21 years and 3 months. But still, $1 million lasting a little over 20 years, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, one of the unfortunate things that's happening in America is that people are not saving money for the future like they need to, which is, of course, something that you can work with a financial advisor on. And it's really important for your future. According to Credit Karma, that baby boomers have median retirement savings of only about $120,000, wow, which is really, really low. And that's quite frankly pretty scary, which is one of the reasons why you want to work with a firm like ours or with a financial advisor, so that you are prepared for the future. And so one of the things, Pete, we talk about too is sometimes people will come to us who are a little older and they'll say, well, I'm too late. We have a saying that says, wherever you're at, you're at. So it doesn't really matter if you're younger or you're middle-aged or older. There's never a better time to plan for the future, and you can have an impact with good planning no matter where you're at.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things that we do here at Beacon Capital Management, where we work, is a free financial plan checkup. And in that checkup, we look at things like your fees, because maybe you don't have as much money as you'd like because you're paying too high in fees. And so that's a detailed report that may show you for the first time exactly what you're paying, because that can be money, if you're paying too high, needlessly lost to your nest egg. And then another thing we look at is risk. And you probably need some risk with some of your money, but if your risk is too high and you lose 30 or 40% at the worst possible time, then you might have had a really nice nest egg and then it go away. So do you know what your risk is and your current yield and all that? And so that's something, again, that I strongly recommend that you get done.
Yep. And then there's the tax analysis. It's not just what you make, it's what you keep. And, Pete, you talked about fees. We really believe that taxes and fees are two of the biggest thieves of your retirement savings. And so you really can reduce fees in many situations, and you can be very efficient in taxes. You can never avoid taxes, but you can be efficient. The United States debt just crossed $34 trillion.
Amazing.
And so we fundamentally believe that taxes today, historically speaking, are cheap and going up. So what can you do to be tax efficient, not just today, but towards the future? Ignoring those things is at your own peril. So doing a fee analysis, doing a tax analysis, doing a Social Security analysis, there's a lot of questions about Social Security. We believe Social Security is going to be there for people. And for most Americans, it accounts for about 20 to 30% of their retirement income. And you wouldn't think of taking your portfolio and not planning and saying, well, 20 to 30% of it, I don't care what happens. Don't do that with Social Security, because Social Security is an asset. It's not an entitlement program.
Yeah, absolutely. All of this important information that we just talked about is at no cost at all to you, but you do have to call the number 615-488-3039 or go to beaconcm.com. Thanks for watching Retirement Talk. Subscribe here on the channel to get all our latest episodes just like this.